Wonderful, wonderful family. I can tell we have tons of people on the line. Not everybody wants to shout out, but that's okay. I know the excitement is out there, and you guys are to be here tonight. So if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Tuesday, Thursday Show Me the Money call. This is Nikisha welcoming you to the call. I'm so excited to be here, you guys, because this is one of my favorite calls to do. In fact, actually, I love all the calls. If you guys have heard me before, I do a quick training on Mondays, but I love all the calls, but this one especially because when I got started in this business, the one thing that drew me in, because when we got started, there was no products, there was no testimonies, there was no nothing. It was the compensation plan. It was the opportunity to change your life. Because let me tell you, there are a lot of people who are on the line who might be their first time on this call. I've never heard of network marketing before. I've never heard of an opportunity like this. And one of the things that people are getting tired of is staying at their job and being just over broke. And so when I saw this compensation plan, I'm telling you, my eyes started to widen. My mouth started to salivate because I knew without a shadow of a doubt that if you work the system that we have, guys, it's a very easy system. Get to and help to, you can make a change in your family's life and leave a legacy. Leave a legacy. Wouldn't that be great to leave behind a legacy instead of leaving behind debt? So that's what gets me excited. But you know what's even more than that? Because now that I've been in the business for a while, one of the things that has just totally floored me is all of the testimonies. You know, it's one thing to say that you think a product might work because it makes sense, you know, great absorption, you know, you're using these sprays, got high-quality premium ingredients. It's another thing when you get people on the line who talk about things that they've been dealing with for years, and now all of a sudden they are feeling free, not only freedom in their health, but also freedom in their pocketbook. So, you know, I always get excited about this call because we hear more and more testimonies every single week, and they just absolutely excite me. But I am going to move myself out of the way and make room for this young gentleman. It's my pleasure always to introduce him. He's one of my mentors. He's just a great man, a family man. He's got a beautiful wife, kids. But you know what's more than that? He is a businessman, and he has chosen network marketing as his platform for wealth building. And so this man has been in the industry for years. He's built huge downlines. He's been a consultant with network marketing. And so when he said, I am actually going all the way in with 10, I'm going in first, head first, diving all the way in, I knew that we had stumbled upon something that was not only going to be a life changer for me, but a life changer for thousands of people. So if you will, 10 family, help me to welcome Mr. Thaddeus, Mr. T, Mr. Morrell. Have you made it to the line?
Yes, I have. Can you hear me, Nikisha?
I can hear you clear as a bell. Mr. T, take it away.
All right. Thank you so much for that kind introduction, and I want to show the love back, Nikisha. You've only been in this industry for about a year, but operating like a true veteran, just bringing the excitement. And I love calling you Miss Hollywood because you bring the show. So thank you so much for that introduction. And folks, we're going to hear again from Nikisha at the latter part of our call. She's going to help us go over the compensation plan. Folks, again, Mr. T here calling you from the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado, formerly known as the Mile High City. Just want to, again, welcome all of you to this great call. We have an awesome lineup tonight, folks, so fasten your seatbelts, get your popcorn ready. Real quick, I just want to go over a couple of promotions that we have going on from Wednesday to Wednesday, actually from June 1st to June 18th. Folks, if you bring in 3 people at the Diamond Pack level between those dates, June 1st to June 18th, Mel and Amy are going to mail you an iPad on their dime. So, folks, 3 Diamond Packs. We have people doing that in their first 24 hours, in their first 2 days in this business. So if you're new to this company, or if you're a member of this company, it's open to everyone. You can earn your iPad. Next up, we have our Disney Cruise promotion. Man, I love it when Mel and Amy pulled this one out. And all you have to do is become a 1-star, and that's earning over $2,000 in 1 week, and you qualify for a paid-for trip to Disneyland for you and your family. Folks, there's so much excitement going on here, and I want to get through this so quickly because we have some amazing testimonials, but I got to let you know, UK is in pre-launch mode, Malaysia is in pre-launch, Puerto Rico is live and ready to do business, folks. We're opening up countries. It seems like 1 or 2 every other week. And I tell you, I just got word that Dubai has already, they already have 5 car qualifiers, folks. I don't even know if they've been open for a month or 2, but they already have 5 car qualifying individuals. So just some amazing momentum happening right now with 10 Family. Now is the time. For you new folks, I just want to let you know this is not some startup. Team Effort International is an 11-year-old company, debt-free, never missed a check. With our sister division, My Video Talk, we have nearly 400,000 representatives right now in over 79 countries worldwide with numerous millionaires. I can't tell you enough. Mel and Amy, every time I talk to them, Mr. T, we have another millionaire in the Philippines. We got another one in India, Dubai, and all these other countries. Now it's time for us to create some millionaires here in the U.S. and every other country that we're starting with 10. Right now, what I'm going to do is turn it over to the infamous Miss Melissa Honeybee. She has over 25 years of experience working with a physician and just one of our product experts. I know she's doing a great job out there in North Carolina. Let me do a mic check. Melissa, are you out there?
I'm out here, Mr. T.
All right. Melissa, why don't you come to the line? And I know you go through a lot of question and answer sessions, and we love your testimony as well. But why don't you just take a few minutes to highlight our amazing products here with 10?
Mr. T, this is the reason I got into this company. It wasn't about the compensation or anything. Being in the medical field, I got into it to help people to change their life. When I realized that's what 10 was doing, and with these amazing products, I was all in. Let me tell you, the products that we have get absorbed into the bloodstream at 98% absorption. They're intraoral sprays with the highest quality ingredients. So therefore, we have the most innovative products out there, and we have the world's first cellular spray. You have no idea that it has an action pack of 4 ingredients: natural caffeine, alpha-lipoic acid, resveratrol, and glutathione. If you know anything about glutathione, it's the mother of all antioxidants, and it's the most important molecule you need to stay healthy and to prevent diseases. And let me share a little bit about that cell energy. I have a client that she put her mother on it. Her name is Sherry Reed. And about 3 days, now let me give you a little brief history. She had dementia for about 10 years, Alzheimer's, early onset, so it means she wasn't functioning normal, wasn't knowing who she was, sometimes didn't know who her daughter was, didn't know where she was. 3 days, everyone. She knew everything. She knew who she was, who her daughter was, everything. Wanted to go garden, hadn't been out of the house, started to feel joy about herself, laughing, enjoying life again, and she's living again. And just recently, she went on a vacation. She was able to travel in the car with her daughter, went to Florida, and had her first vacation in like 10 years, and enjoyed and remembered everything about it. And today she's posted a picture of herself. She's 71 years old, spraying that cell energy. So you know how excited I am about seeing that. The next product we have is our D Power. It's a vitamin D spray, which you can only obtain vitamin D3 is if you're out in the sun, and it's considered a hormone. So if you're out in the sun, if you're light skinned for about an hour and a half, you may get 2,000 IUs of D3 in your system. If you're darker skinned, you need to at least be out there about 3 hours. But you know what? Buy our D Power 5 sprays, and you've got it. No worries about getting a sunburn or anything. The best thing about this is it is influencing 36 organs in our body, so that means it builds and boosts up our immune system. Vitamin D3 in our D Power is a must for every single person that's in actually the world, not just the U.S., but the world. The next product we have is our Super 10, and I know Nikisha Bond, she loves this one due to the fact that it's got the most amazing ingredients. It's got aloe vera, maki berry, goji berry, the acai, and the green tea extract. You know why she loves it? Because she had some really bad acid reflux to where it would really hurt and burn in the middle of the night, couldn't sleep, started spraying her Super 10, 8 sprays throughout the day. Guess what? All gone. All gone. It's a great antioxidant. It's also great for sleeping, mental clarity, and it's all beneficial for your wellness, and it will enhance immunity. It's the best spray out there for an antioxidant. The next spray we have is our B Boost. It contains B3, B6, and B12. So if you have an absorption issue, guess what? You need the B Boost because it contains the B12, and that's where you have your issues. So guess what? It boosts your brain, your kidneys, your liver, your heart. Everybody needs it. Your nervous system, your red blood cells. It's a must into your pharmaceutical cabinets or your pockets or whatever. Next we have, least but not last, our Slim by 10. Everybody is trying to get ready, get their fit bodies. And guess what? We have the Slim by 10. It's got 5 powerful ingredients. It's a fat blocker. It's an appetite suppressant. You lose inches. You lose weight. 8 sprays a day. Spray about 30 minutes before you start eating. And guess what? We've got green tea, African mango, Garcinia cambogia, and Carolina fabritha. So it's powerful ingredients that's going to give you your bikini body. And summer's just around the corner. We've got, I think, Khalifa Washington that's lost about 85 pounds on that, about 3.5 months. And she's got a whole bunch of slim guys and slim girls on that. So very excited. We've got innovative products for everybody out there. That's you, Mr. T.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Fantastic child as always. And also thanks for throwing in that testimony. That's amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Wow. It just keeps getting better and better, huh? Woo. Boy.
Absolutely.
I tell you. Thank you for sharing that. Next up, folks, and I'm going to do a mic check, is Miss Eloise Linton on the line. From Shreveport. All right, folks, you want to get ready for this one here. I tell you, just an amazing testimony. As a matter of fact, she's our main testimony for tonight. I wanted to give her and her husband, Pastor Danny, all the time in the world to go through her testimony. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, wow. And it was so good, Pastor Danny and Eloise hanging out with you guys in San Francisco on that brunch cruise. And Eloise, why don't you just come to the line and start from the beginning and take us all the way to the end. Let us know what was going on with you for the past 10 to 15 years and how these products impacted your life. Take it away, Eloise.
Okay. I had a wreck, probably about 30-something years ago, so I'd always had neck problems. And then about 10 years, that's been about 9 years ago now, well, I had to have surgery. I had 2 bones broken in my neck. They said the bones had cut into my spine. The doctor said I should have been paralyzed. And so it was so bad, and they told me I couldn't fall, I couldn't be hit or bumped or nothing. That I could be paralyzed until I had my surgery. They made it seem like it was so important that I do my own bone, and so it didn't give me time to check this out. So they used the bone out of my hip and put it in my neck. Well, my neck did pretty good, but they didn't tell me that I would have all these problems with my hip. And so ever since then, I've had all this pain in my hip. It's like I would get injections in it. Times I couldn't sit down, and I could never lay on my right side because of all the pain in my hip. And during this time, I've ended up with spinal stenosis in my neck and in my lower back, and osteoarthritis, and then arthritis, and then I have fibromyalgia. And so with all of this, I've had so much pain over the years. And, you go to church, and then some say, well, you need to thank God for your pain. So I used to thank God for my pain, and the doctors told me I would have to learn to live with pain, that I would never get past all of this. And so I used to, I was thankful for my pain because I thought it's better to have pain than to be paralyzed. So all my, all these years, I knew, well, I'm going to live with this pain. So, I try not to get depressed. I take Mozic. I always took Cymbalta for that to keep from getting depressed. Because when you feel bad all the time, you can't get up and do anything. There's times I couldn't even get up and clean my house. And usually I would sit around till like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Then I may get up and fix this little bit of breakfast, me and my husband. And times I couldn't even cook meals. He would go pick up meals. And he usually did all the vacuuming, and times he would do the, wash our clothes and stuff. And he went to the store and, did our errands. And I would be on I'd have to use my little walking cane. And sometimes, I just couldn't get up and down. And when I would get to my kitchen, I would be bent over until I would maybe get in there and maybe I could finally straighten up. But I've had pain all these years. And then I guess it was the last week of February, the first week of March. Well, Danny got these vitamins, and so, he said, well, it'll help you lose weight. And so I thought, boy, that'll be great because, I can lose a little bit of weight. And so I started taking them. But nobody told me what was going to happen to me when I started taking the vitamins. So I was taking the vitamin D, and I was taking the Boost, and I was taking the Super 10, and I was also taking the Slim. Well, I started losing some weight taking the Slim. And then it wasn't, maybe a week or two, I'm not sure. I started realizing I wasn't needing these Lortabs like I'd been taking, because I was always having to take a couple of Lortabs a day, and I was taking the 10 milligrams. And then I was having to take, like Mobic, for inflammation. And then I was taking gabapentin, that's a generic for Lyrica. And it would take 6 gabapentin pills, but that amounted to 1 Lyrica. And sometimes I would have to take as many as 6 a day of those. And but I got to noticing I wasn't having all this pain. I wasn't needing all this pain medicine. And then I realized I wasn't even taking the Lortabs anymore. And it got right. Then I started the gabapentin. I quit taking that, and before I knew it, I wasn't taking the Mobic. And then I went to really what happened was I started I started the vitamins, and 4 weeks after that, I went to see my arthritis doctor. And it had been 2 years I'd had a bone density test. Every 2 years they would do one, and it was time for my bone density. And when he come in to give me my result, he said, your bones have changed drastically. And he said, your bones in your back are normal. Your hips went from a 1 point to a 4 point. He said they're almost normal. He said you can now start exercising and you can start walking. Because I've always, it's just so many things I could not do. I just, it's just a whole lot of stuff that I wasn't able to do. And so in 4 weeks, my bones was, it was normal other than my hips, and they were almost. So during this time, I've gotten off of the Lortab, I got off the gabapentin, I got off the Mobic, and when I went to my doctor, my regular doctor, they checked my cholesterol, and she took me off pravastatin. She said, you don't need pravastatin anymore. And then I also noticed I have COPD, and I noticed I didn't need my inhaler anymore. And then also I was taking a fluid pill, and I started getting muscle cramps, and I thought, something's not right. And then it dawned on me that this fluid pill I was taking was probably taking too much, potassium out of my body. So I got off the fluid pill. So I've gotten off of 6 prescriptions. I've gotten off pravastatin, Lortab, gabapentin, Mobic, my fluid pill, and my inhaler for COPD. And then my gastro doctor, he asked me on something called Align, and I had to take that every night, and that cost me like $20-something a month. So that's 6 prescriptions plus 1 more. But these vitamins they have given me back my life. I go and I do and do. I kept my granddaughter's children last week. She's had surgery, and she had a baby 7 weeks old, and a daughter 4, and a son 11. And I kept them at my house from Monday until Friday afternoon. I got up twice a night, fed the baby. I'd get up every morning. I've got all my energy, and I'm just going. I kept my house clean, took care of the kids. I didn't have any problems. And we went to San Francisco for the convention, and I was just walking. I never had any problems. I have not had a pain pill or Mobic or anything like that. I have had no pain. I have been pain-free. And my children have noticed the difference in me. And my youngest son, even told his wife, he said, because he went with me, I went with him to one of my granddaughter's ball games, and he told his wife, he says, you know what, he said, I want you to get some of that stuff my mama's got, he said, because she just keeps going and going and going, and she just outwalks me. And he said, you're always tired, and you always want to sleep all the time. He said, you need to start feeling good like my mama. And so even my children, they're starting to ask questions, what are you doing? And everybody can see such a difference in me, and I try to tell everybody about the vitamins because I want people to feel good like I do. And it's really changed my life a lot. And with my husband, he doesn't have to come in and help clean the house no more. He can do what he wants, and I can go to the store. I clean the house, I wash, I vacuum, I mop. I do all that. And it's helped our marriage, and everything is just so much better. And I never thought that I would ever, be like I am. I was told that I would have pain the rest of my life, but I don't have any pain. And it's all due to these vitamins.
Wow. Thank you so much. And I love to get some of that stuff my mama's on. We can put a tagline with that. But that was just such an amazing testimony. And Pastor Danny, if you're hanging around, you mind chipping in and just sharing how this is.
He had to go somewhere. He had an appointment.
Okay, no problem. I know he's on the move. We have a conference call tomorrow with someone that he met on the brunch cruise. So Pastor Danny is on the move. But Eloise, thank you so much for that testimony. Sure.
Let me tell you something. Danny's lost weight, but it's also got his blood pressure under control. And then his age spots on his arm, when you get old, you're not old enough to know about that. But when you get older, you start to get these brown spots. Well, I've noticed it, but his has all gone away. They've all gone away.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And we're hearing that all the time, too, with the whole high blood pressure. So, folks, again, we're not making medical claims of any sort. We're just letting you know the impact that these products are helping, they're having on people and helping people. Wow. Thank you so much, Eloise, for even throwing in that little tidbit about Pastor Danny. Wow.
You're welcome.
Thank you again. Yes. Folks, you heard a little bit about our products and an amazing testimony or two, and wow, sometimes it's so difficult to transition, but a large portion of you have come to this call to also hear about the money, and to help us do that, I'm bringing back Miss Nikisha Bond, aka Miss Hollywood. I have a tremendous amount of respect for her and her work ethic. Boy, she is just at it, and she is willing and getting ready to blow this thing up. So, Miss Nikisha, I don't know if you took a couple of cell energies or not, but folks, if you took a couple of sprays of that cell energy, you got to really fasten your seatbelts. Miss Nikisha Bond, come back to the line and show us the money, girl.
Absolutely, Mr. T. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Oh, my goodness. Miss Eloise, I'm sitting here, I'm riveted by that. Because you know what you just talked about was, and I'm going to get to the money. I promise you I'm going to get to the money. I didn't touch my cell energy because I think I was a little out of control, like I told, so I tried to take it down a little bit. But you just talked about what is so important about this, is that we are in the business of changing people's lives. I hate to say this because, God bless doctors. They're doing the best they can, but it's really about managing pain. It's about sick care. It's not about health care. They're not trying to get people healthy. And you can hear a testimony from Miss Eloise, who's been managing her pain for years, who's been on several medications, and now taking these all-natural, high-premium sprays. She's able to get off of over 6 medications. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how that changes your life? But you know what else changes your life? Being able to add a compensation plan. So the first part of getting paid on this is just the retail. It's just sharing your experience. You know what, guys? You get in these sprays, and it may take some people longer than others to see the results. It took me a little bit longer than it took some other people to see the results, but you will see the results. And you share those results with your family and friends, and you can retail this product for $25 a spray. Now, guess what? That is not your cost. Your cost, the wholesale cost, is $12 to $15. That means that you're making a profit of over $10 per spray every time you share something that you know works with people that you love. That is huge, because when they told me what the retail opportunity was, I was like, yeah, I'll pay $25 for that, and how much should I sell it for? And they said, no. That's what you sell it for, and then you'll get it for $12 or $15. I was blown away, and I can tell you something, I'll be honest with you guys, because we're family. I actually sell it for more than that. I know Miss Melissa Honeybee, she sells hers for upwards of $40. People don't even blink an eye, because when you hear those types of testimonies, people will pay anything to feel better, to be able to get off medication, and to do the things that they used to be able to do. So I'm telling you, $25 is great, and that's the first way of getting paid. But the second way of getting paid is building a team. Now, why do you want to build a team? If you're doing this call, maybe you've never heard of this before, this is why you build a team. First of all, let me just do a little background. The 40-40 plan is over. If you're from my generation, I'm a little bit younger, we were always told you go to school, you go to college, you get a good job, and you retire in 60 years, and you go to Florida and you live and relax, right? That plan is gone. You know, both of my sisters have master's degrees, and they work in the retail industry. So that just goes to show you that whole plan, and mind you, they have tons of college debt to show how beautiful their master's degrees are, but it doesn't mean that they can get a job when they're out there. So they lied to us. They lied to my generation. That's no longer the plan. What network marketing is it's a wealth-building platform. That means that you get the opportunity to leverage your time, to leverage your money, take away the whole distribution chain, and get paid for doing something that you do anyway. Let me say this. When's the last time you went to a movie and told someone how great that movie was? When they go down to the movie theater, do they tell your name and somebody writes you a check? No, that never happens. Or if you go to a restaurant, does anybody ever come back and say, hey, Eloise was at my restaurant today. Thank you for recommending her. You know, here's your check. That doesn't happen. But here it does. When you share this product with two people and they see the vision, they see the opportunity to get out of the rat race, to get out of their job, to live a lifestyle that they've always wanted to live, and you share that with them and they join you, you're going to get paid a fast start bonus of $50 for each one of those people. And then your goal is to help them get their two people. And when you do that, you're going to get another $25 for each one of them. And that makes you an executive, and you're going to get an additional $100. And so that's all just fast start bonuses. That's just all sharing the vision of what we're doing here. It's always better when we build it together. But this is where you start to build the wealth. Okay, you heard Mr. T talking about that we're going into Malaysia. Malaysia's pre-launching. Puerto Rico pre-launching. UK pre-launching. A little while ago, we got Japan. We got an authorization for Mexico. We're already in Dubai. We're already in the Philippines. Do you know someone who knows someone who might be in these countries? This is a brand new product, guys. That's what I get really, you see, it's starting to happen. I did have my boost, Mr. T. That's what gets me really excited about this, is it's just starting to happen. People are just starting to realize that the whole thing that we've been doing all this time, taking all these pills, working a job, those things don't work anymore. So when you combine two things that work, that's what gets me really excited, because Team Effort Network is going to pay you every time someone joins your opportunity. As people continue to share and continue to do that 2x2x2 plan, you're going to get paid a cycle bonus. So what's a cycle? Every time two people join on one side and four people join on the other on the Diamond Pack, you're going to get $100 plus a 50% match. So that means every time that 4 and 2 people join in Japan, in Malaysia, in the United States, anywhere in the world, into your organization, you're going to get $150. And that is forever. I hope you guys are seeing how big that is. You know, you go to some other companies and they say, okay, you got to do this and this and this amount of time and do this and stand on your head and buy this much. No. Here's how you get qualified. You're one on the left and one on the right. You're qualified for everything that I'm talking about right now. And that's forever. It doesn't flush people. So let's say you get 3 people on one side and 2 people on the other. It doesn't remove all those people when the month ends. No, it just stays that way until one other person joins, and bam, you're going to get your cycle. Now, here's the part that gets me excited. If you thought that I was excited now, this is the part that gets me excited, because you know what? This is what makes this the opportunity of a lifetime. Nowhere else in your whole entire life can you be able to build residual income like you can with this company. Residual income is the income that's going to be coming to you every single month, the income that you're not working for, the income that you can actually take this distributorship, will it down to your children, and have income for generations. Are you guys hearing me? This is an 11-year-old company. The vision is huge. The vision is long. And so you can talk about this residual income coming in every single month. So how much is this residual income, Nikisha? Okay, I'm going to get to that. All right, this is what it is. When people are consuming the products every single month, I can tell you right now, and if Eloise was still on the phone, she would tell you right now she's not going to stop taking her vitamin sprays. She's going to get her auto ship every single month. Every single month. And she's going to continue to get off her medication and continue to feel better and better and better. And when people are consuming every single month, either 4 sprays for $59 or 10 sprays for $119, you're going to get a point. You're going to get a point when they do 4 sprays, and you get 2 points when they get 10 sprays. So what does that mean? So it's like the cycle. So in the beginning, we were talking about individual distributors sending in on the Diamond Pack 4 and 2, right? On the back end, it goes by a point value. So when you get 6 points on one side and 3 points on the other, you're going to get a cycle check of $25. Now, you might be thinking, $25 doesn't sound as exciting as $150, Nikisha. How are you getting so excited? I'm getting so excited because this $25, if you were to do that cycle 100 times, could turn into $2,500 every single month. Every single month. That's the magic of part-time. You could be working a full-time job right now and not be making $2,500 a month. And what I'm telling you is that if you get two people to do it with you and you help them to get two people and you teach that system on and on and on, you could be making $2,500 every single month part-time. That's what gets me really excited because now, instead of you having to be in an office all day long or working, even when you own your own business, me and my husband, we own our own business, but it's still kind of like you got to go to work every day because when you don't work, you don't eat. Now you can be on the beach and you can be relaxing and catching that residual check. You could be out there golfing. You could be out there traveling. You can do the things that you want to do. You can use that money to put into your foundation, the things that God has put on your heart. You can do that now because now you'll have the freedom to do whatever you want. So now can you see how excited I get about that? But it doesn't stop there because Mel and Amy, they're creating a lifestyle for you. All of this is about a lifestyle. It's not just about money, and money is going to make you happy. Money is not going to make you happy. So if you have a lot of money and you're unhealthy, you're not going to be happy. If you're super healthy and you have no money, you're not going to be happy. They both go hand in hand. But when you're creating this lifestyle, isn't it nice to drive around in something beautiful? We have had so many people qualifying for their cars. It feels like it's happening every single week. And you've already heard that Dubai's got already car qualifiers, and they were just in pre-launch. Let me tell you something, guys. There are people right now who are building networks of hundreds of thousands of people, and they're barely even qualifying for a car. How many people do you think you would need to have in your organization getting their auto ship every single month for you to qualify for a car? You don't know? I'm going to tell you. It's 75 people. Yes, I said that. Please write that down. 75 people in your organization. You could be driving around in a BMW or the Mercedes-Benz of your choice. $600 paid for by the company. Here, it gets even better than that. Let's say that you had 150 people in your organization. 150 people! These are not even people that you enrolled. These are people who have all just joined your organization by you sharing the two and get two plans. $1,200 every single month to buy the Mercedes or BMW of your choice. And let me take it up one step further because they just opened up the Platinum Club. 1,500 people you could be driving around in a Lamborghini. I'm telling you, it doesn't get any better than that. You guys check your pulse because this is a 2-for-1 plan. You're getting good health and you're building tremendous amount of wealth and a residual income lifestyle that can last you forever. And here's the last way of getting paid. When you cycle and make $2,000 a month, somebody will just match you, say, here's $2,000, thank you for playing. But imagine this. When you cycle to the point and you get $25,000 in 1 week, somebody's going to match you and give you an additional $25,000. That's $50,000 in 1 week. You guys. I'm going to close it out here. But here's the thing. I love when Alan Jones, he does this presentation because he says something that's really tremendous. If you've been doing the same thing that you've been doing for the last 2 years and you're looking at this opportunity and saying, wow, it sounds really good, but I don't know, time to make a change. It's really easy to join. Joining the Diamond Pack is less than $400. And if you're saying $400, we might be talking about $4 million. Here's the thing. If you don't do something different, what are you going to do? Let me give you a very startling statistic. 84% of Americans, 84%, that means that if there's 10 of us in a group, 8 of us believe that we will not have enough, believe already, and no matter what age, that we will not have enough money for retirement. That is sad. That is really, really sad. You have an obligation to share this with people because you might meet the next Eloise who's been on tons of medication and has been told to her face that she has to live with pain forever. And you can give her something that can change that for her whole life. You can give this opportunity to someone who's been living paycheck to paycheck or beyond paycheck to paycheck. They end the rest of their check with a little bit more months left. And you could give this to them and they could go and share this opportunity with people and start to build a residual income and change their life. But all you got to do is make a decision. That's where it starts. When you say, I want to make a decision for myself, I want to do something different, I want to have a different life, and this is a vehicle that can get you anywhere you want to go. Back to you, Mr. C.
Wow. Nikisha Bond, simply on fire. Enough said. Amazing job, Nikisha, with the compensation plan. Great job, girl. Next up, I want to bring another amazing leader who hit the ground running, who put the compensation plan into play. As soon as he signed up, he brought in 2 people within the first hour, and they became executive in no time, and they haven't slowed down since. All the way from Houston, Texas. Help us close this out, Dr. Reginald Razzle, Brazzle, Dazzle. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir, without a doubt. Thank you, Mr. T. Wow. I mean, every time I hear these calls, it just makes me want to sign up again. But you know what? I'm going to talk about the American dream. I'm going to talk about what happens to us. What happened to Americans who have stopped dreaming? We all had a dream of one day of becoming somebody, of being at one time or the other. Maybe we want to be well known in our community or world famous. We want to do things that will make our families proud of us, like becoming wealthy so we can help them. Being paid over $100,000 a year, going into business for ourselves and running a big company. We all want to live in our dream home and take vacations in Europe and Hawaii. You know, but what happened? What happened to the American dream? You know, if it's true that Americans are among the wealthiest people in the world, why is it that Natasha, what she was saying is yet over 85% of our population is broke by age 65. And like she said, less than 1% of our population makes more than $50,000 a year. I believe that the number one reason for this is fear, and I call it false evidence appearing real. People are scared to try. They're afraid of failing and what people might say when they fail, so they never take the risk of going into business for themselves. And for most Americans, the only way to achieve wealth or fame is to go into business for yourself. But only a handful of people are able to accomplish their dreams by working for someone else. As a result, most Americans give up the chance to find their dreams. What would have happened if Martin Luther King gave up on his dream? What would have happened if Thomas Edison gave up on his dream? What would have happened if Abraham Lincoln gave up on his dream? What would have happened? Think about it. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, what would have happened if they gave up on their dreams? So what do you think what happens when you give up on your dreams? Don't let the dream stealers take your dreams, take your desire and your willpower. You know, me and Mr. T, we were talking today, you know, and it's really nice to be able to go online and look at a Ferrari or look at a Rolls Royce Phantom or Ghost and say, you know what, I'm going to have that in a few months. I'm going to have that in a year. And guess what? 10 is paying for it. When she talked about the platinum, I was looking in that back office with the new platinum program. I said, what? 3,000 people and you get $3,000 monthly allowance toward a car bonus? I say, that is unbelievable. We got over 3,000 people in our other organization that we build during this part-time. I said, wait a minute. This company is just giving away money. I said, this is just incredible. You know, what I have to tell you to end, you know, we have to dream again. Believe in yourself again. Don't let nobody steal your dreams. Don't let nobody, what I call noisy negatives or pop-ups. Don't click on those pop-ups, those people that call you or tell you that it can't be done. Those people tell you that there's a pyramid. Those people tell you that, I tried that, it won't work. Let me tell you something about timing right quick. Bill Gates invited 5 of his friends to his home. 2 showed up. He talked about his vision. He had 2 people bought into his vision. Those people are multi-billionaires today. One of them just bought the LA Clippers. Guess why? Because they saw his vision. Sometimes you got to look at it through somebody else's vision. If you don't have no vision and just believe. Let me share another story on timing. Okay. A.L. Williams, some of you may not be familiar with. You may be a little too young, but they changed into Pro-America. They changed the insurance industry world around. Nobody was buying term and investing the difference. Everybody was buying what they call whole life. All those people that originally started with A.L. Williams as Pro-America today are multimillionaires, still getting paid over and over again. Think about the paradigm shift with vitamins, from pills to gel capsules to juices. This is not a Me Too product. This is not a Me Too compensation plan. Like our co-founder said on a call the other day, he said, you know what, I bet $10,000 you can find a better program that pays better than this program, I will give it to you right there on the spot. That said something to me. And when I looked at it, you know, he's right. I've never seen anything like this. So what I'm saying here today is have that vision. This is your A.L. Williams when it first started. This is your Microsoft when it first started. But you got to believe in it. You just got to get out there and get your two people and move on. Get your two and you're through. That's what this is all about. Don't try to figure it out. Just know that it's going to happen. You get your two, you're through. You tell the next person, get your two, you're through. You get your 23 sprays. Worst thing that happens, you make some money. And then people ask me, they say, okay, well, what is the side effects from your sprays? I said, well, let me think about it. May have good health and good wealth. May have friends that come want to borrow money. Those are some of the side effects. So that's what I wanted to share with you on this call. Get with the person that invited you and just do it like Nike say. Thank you, Mr. T.
Wow. Wow. Folks, you can dream here with 10. I'm already getting texts from some of the TTPs that are listening in. Blowout TTPs. I mean, I think one of them, they had people showing up with applications. I got off the phone with another gentleman before this call, folks. He's talking about his team bringing in 500 people a month to 10. Folks, you can dream with 10. $3.99 one time to get started, and you can help see your dreams come to reality. Folks, get back with the person that invited you to this call, and we'll see you all at the top. Take care. God bless. Good night, everyone.